What made your marriage end? He sat me down on a Tuesday night and said we need to talk about our future together. I thought he was going to suggest counseling. Instead, he slid divorce papers across the table and said I already signed my hat. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I just asked when he wanted me out of the house. He looked confused and said, actually, I'm keeping the house. You'll need to find somewhere else. That's when I started laughing. See, what he didn't know was that I'd been seeing a lawyer for 3 months. Not because I wanted a divorce, because I found texts between him and my sister planning to force me out and split everything. It started when I borrowed his phone to check our grocery order. He was in the shower and a text popped up from someone saved as Rick from work, except I knew all his coworkers, and there was no Rick. The message said, she still doesn't suspect anything. Another month and we'll have her out. Then it's just splitting the $340,000 from the house sale and moving to Portland like we planned. My hands were shaking as I scrolled up. Months of messages. My sister, my actual blood sister, and my husband planning my entire life without me. They'd already picked out a condo together. Already calculated how much they'd each get if they convinced me to sign the house over in a divorce. Already planned which of my friends they'd keep and which ones they'd drop. There was even a message where she joked about taking my wedding china because I never appreciated it anyway. My wedding china. From our grandmother. I didn't confront him. I took screenshots of everything and sent them to myself. Then I called the one person I knew could help. My college roommate who became a family law attorney in Boston. She told me exactly what to do. Document everything. Move money quietly. And whatever you do, don't let them know you know. For the next 12 weeks, I played the perfect unsuspecting wife. Made dinners, smiled at family gatherings, hugged my sister when she came over for wine nights while she sat in my kitchen plotting against me. The hardest part was Thanksgiving. Watching them sit across from each other at my table making small talk, passing the mashed potatoes, when I knew exactly what they'd been doing behind my back for months. Meanwhile, I was quietly moving money into accounts he didn't know about, transferring the house into an irrevocable trust with me as the sole beneficiary, documenting every shared asset we owned down to the silverware. My lawyer said the trust was the nuclear option. Once it's done, he can't touch the house. Not in a divorce, not ever. But I had to be absolutely certain because there was no going back. I was certain. The day I filed the paperwork, my sister texted him. Think she's getting suspicious. She asked me weird questions about Portland yesterday. He moved up his timeline. That's why he ambushed me on a random Tuesday with papers he'd prepared in secret with some discount lawyer he found online. While he was presenting me with his documents, acting like he had all the power, I pulled out mine. Different papers. Papers showing I'd already transferred the house into the trust 6 weeks ago. Legal. Airtight. Valued at $340,000. The exact amount they planned to split. His face went from smug to completely pale in about 3 seconds. You can't do this, he stammered. This is illegal. You can't just take the house. Actually, I said, it's completely legal. My attorney made sure of that. She's very thorough. Then I said the same thing he'd been planning to say to me. You have 30 days to find somewhere else to live. I'd suggest checking with Rick from work. He started yelling about how this is his house too. He'll fight this in court. I can't just kick him out like this. But I just smiled and said you're welcome to try. My lawyer says you don't have a case, especially when the judge sees these. I held up my phone with the screenshots. Every message, every plan, every calculation of how they'd divide my life, every joke about how clueless I was. He stopped yelling. I walked upstairs to the bedroom, my bedroom now, and locked the door. I could hear him calling my sister in a panic downstairs. She screwed us. She knew the whole time. What do we do now? How did she find out? 30 days later, he moved in with my sister into her cramped one-bedroom apartment. Not the Portland condo they'd dreamed about with the mountain views. Last I heard, they broke up after 4 months of living together. Turns out, fantasy affairs don't survive reality when you're both broke and bitter.